Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, especially for people outside South Africa, you need to understand how critically dangerous the public health system is in South Africa. I've got an audio clip attached here where a fellow by the name of Dale Collet, who lives near Derby in the Northwest Province, and he's a paraplegic farmer and a Rhodesian War vet, talks about the situation at the Koster Public Hospital nearby. And you'll see that he talks about it being a death trap, and people who are dying in squatter camps would rather die in the squatter camp in their little shack than go to this hospital, which apparently has no running water. Apparently, most of the deaths that are happening at the moment in the northwestern area around Koster are through COVID-19. If you land up in that hospital, well, you listen to what Dale has to say about that. It's quite disgusting. Please remember to subscribe to Loving Life on YouTube. Please remember to register to Loving Life TV on our own platform, the one that we're transitioning to. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, please stay safe. And here comes the audio clip.
Hello, Barry. It's Dale. Listen, Barbara went to Magalies today, and I've got ivermectin here, and she went to get all the extra, the zinc and the vitamin D and iron and whatever is needed to complement the ivermectin. You with me? And so she got all that, and I was saying, I think I told you, I know I've got a bit of a urinary tract infection, and I've got an antibiotic. I've taken the first dose of that, next one in the morning, and I got chatting to Barbara when she got back, and because she hiked into town because she couldn't find a combi to go to town from the squatter camp. You know, they have 2 or 3 combis that are sort of allocated to this squatter camp, within their organization. So she walked down the tar road and hiked into Magaliesburg. Went and did what she did and bought some groceries and blah, 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 and the pharmacy. And coming back, there was a combi, so she hopped into that and came back in the combi. And the combi driver said, no, I'm no longer doing this bloody community driving for funerals. That's all we do. There's no, we're not earning any money. I can't carry on. So Barbara didn't know what they were talking about, but she found out. What the taxi drivers in the community agreed on was, at this squatter camp, I don't know whether it's all over, was that in the case of a death of the family from the squatter camp, one of the combis would take the immediate family to the gravesite for the burial at no charge. That was for free. Because the family and their dependents and whatever have been supporting the taxis, the combis, for the past year or months or whatever. You see, so this is just how the taxi drivers can repay the taxi owners can repay the community. If there's a death in the family, the family gets a free ride to the cemetery. He said, I can't do it anymore. We're burying 1, 2, sometimes 3 a day out of this squatter camp next to me. He said on Saturday there's 3 and on Sunday there's 3. I thought, and a woman came and spoke to her. excuse me, came and spoke to Barbara and said, listen, you don't understand what's going on around here because you live on your property. You never come out of there. And we don't, because of this. She said, on Friday, an old man had gone to, 2 days ago. Today's Friday. On Thursday morning, old man here at the squatter camp went to the clinic and said, look, I'm not feeling very well, and they stethoscope and whatever. And they said to him, yeah, take this mutie, go back home, but if you're not feeling well, go to the Koster Hospital. Now, the Koster Hospital has collapsed. For a long time, they haven't had water. I don't know if they've got water now, but I mean for months. They never even had water at the hospital. Patients that went into the hospital had to get into the hospital gown or trousers and a top. And then the hospital would confiscate their clothes and their shoes and whatever. Because if the hospital didn't confiscate their clothes, the patients were running away from the hospital. The service was so bad. Anyway, so now, 2 days ago, this old man has been told, go to the Koster Hospital. So this woman and her friend hear the old man's now back, so they go and see him that evening. I think it was yesterday evening. And they said to him, listen, how are you? He said, no, I'm not feeling so good, He said, but have you taken your mutie? Yes. He said, well, they said at the clinic, go to the Koster Hospital. He said, I'm not fucking going. I'm not going to that hospital to die. That's for sure. Understand that. They said, but then there's nothing we can do for you. I said, that's fine. Leave me alone. And I think they took him a bit of graze or whatever. And so in the morning, I think it was this morning, but in the last 2 days, they went back to his place and he was dead. Now, I wonder how many more of these, that's him. Plus there are 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday that have to be buried. Plus this old man. How many others there are, we don't know. You know what it's like, how they go? You die here in the squatter camp, they come in a bakkie, they pick the body up, take them to, the village, halfway to Rustenburg, and go and bury him there. There's no record of death or anything. They just go bury the oak before it putrefies. Because they know they can't take him to hospital, because the mortuaries are full. And all the red tape and getting a body out and all this sort of thing. So I'm just letting you know that it looks like this thing has got quite bad. I mean, I don't know how many people have died here. And Barbara said I was totally unaware of it until I heard about it in the combi this evening, Friday evening, coming from Collet's. So we've got to be careful. Okay, mate. I just thought I'd let you know what's going on, a bit of local news here. And of course, the death spiral in South Africa is now virtually a vertical line. It's not at an angle of any sort. It's virtually a vertical line, the deaths. It just goes straight up. That's what they're finding, Barry. That's what they're aware of. What about all these other oaks that die around it? I don't think they've all got death certificates and they just get fucking buried. You know what I mean? It's going to be a matata. But it looks like we might be able to knock all these shacks down here next to me and restore the soccer field one day. Hope so. Have a good weekend, Barry. Cheers, buddy.